Hello there, Wizard of Arc here. Last week we did some melody mining, making a melody from a given chord progression. This week we're going to be doing, or going, the other direction, coming up with a chord progression to accompany a given melody. First, let's start with a melody. Okay. One decision that is more important than you might think is how often these chords are changing. These have to feel regular if you want your accompaniment to feel natural and, dare I say, groovy. Another decision is how complex of chords do you want? Are you going for a folksy campfire sound with simple major and minor chords, or a challenging jazz piece with lots of extensions? Those are decisions you kind of want to do before you begin. Okay, so given our melody, we'll need to figure out which of the notes of this melody are the most significant, either rhythmically significant in like rhythmic accents or other type of accents like louder or a jump, anything that calls attention to itself, that say, hey, this note is important. So we'll focus on those. So now each time there's a new chord based on how often we want the chords to change, that note should be a member of a chord, either a root, a fifth, a seventh, and if you're jazz, you can even say 13th, flat 9, sharp 11, whatever, depending on the chord quality and how often the chords change and what note is significant. We'll use that significant note to say, okay, this is a whatever of a chord. You can also look around the significant notes. If there are any leaps connected with it, that can indicate a chord tone going to a chord tone. If there's a significant note that just goes down by a step, that could be a suspension, as our last step from last week, where it's a non-chord tone at the beginning to kind of really draw attention to it and give you feels, and then resolve down to a chord tone. So those are things to keep in mind. So we're going to walk through this with this Joy to the World. We're going to actually first do it with basic chord progressions, just, basic diatonic chords, diatonic meaning belonging to the scale. And this melody is just literally going down the scale. So you can see it right there. But we're also going to do a complex jazzy version that pulls chords from wherever and then changes on the beat. I'm going to go speed up the part where I try to pick which chords for the jazzy bits. End result, probably not so jazzy, but hopefully you get the idea. I hope this was helpful. If so, please like and subscribe and ring that notification bell. And leave something in the comments about what you thought and what you'd like to see. And maybe share what you've done with this technique. Slán!